I don't got headphones. I mean, I got headphones, but they don't reach. They never like
Turn your computer around the other way.
fix the. I should, right? Hold on. Fuck. Hold on. I started it so like the beginning is us talking and shit. What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, I think this is going on. I don't know. I don't see on the
We're
other.
here. We're
Oh,
here. We're live. It's happening.
it's happening. It's good. It's good because I don't see it. I don't see it. Is it good?
You can learn today.
It's good. It's good. Sorry, my computer didn't update. Anyways, welcome to the Machine Room Podcast, and welcome wherever you're listening to, either on freaking Spotify or even iTunes. Even though we're anti-Apple, but it's okay. We gotta spread our wings everywhere. I'm Nostradamus, and with me, of course, is Hammer of Venus, and we're here to rock. You like that?
I like it.
You think? You think I could have made it as an '80s band?
No.
No, I think I
Need
could.
hair.
Well,
You could wear a wig.
I could. All right, can I make it? Well, I have hopes because Disturb is led by a bald singer, so
Yeah, but he sucks.
that hurt me, but that's okay. Okay, it's a Chicago band, so I gotta support.
You don't have to. What? Stabbing Westward's a Chicago band.
I don't know. I don't know if I really listened to them. Anyways, this is brought to you by Good Old Cola Champan. It's a Puerto Rican soda, and
Fuck
So-
is that?
support us. It's Puerto Rican. Well, I don't even think it's really Puerto Rican, but us Puerto Ricans drink it. It's a Spanish cola. It's a Spanish cola.
I go to Sonic for crackers.
There you go. Sonic's, the one restaurant that I'm surprised didn't sponsor the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
That would have been a win-win.
It's like it was there, you know?
Yeah. But they did have Ninja Turtle toys, so that was awesome.
Sonic had the fuck is it called? Damn it. The Olive Garden. That's what Sonic had.
Yeah.
Why? They could have had
shit.
Sonic, not the fucking Olive Garden. Anyways, we are still here. This is episode 38, I believe.
Yes.
Yes. We've done this for a long time, and despite hiatuses and whatnot, and despite the COVID trying to take us down, we still here. We here before it was. We were doing this before it was even cool. Before everybody started like, "Hey, Zoom parties and reunions via webcams." No, what? Dude from Chicago, homegirl from New Mexico, bam. We were doing it before it was cool.
Yeah.
So
give us money.
yes, we're fucking pioneers. Get out my face.
I did. So last week we didn't do the show because I was out sick, and I had COVID-19 symptoms.
Ooh.
So they wouldn't let me go back to work until unless I got tested. And I wanted to get tested anyway because I wanted to know for sure.
Right.
So I called the little hotline number that you have to call because they said, don't just show up to a hospital, call this number, and they'll tell you what to do. And so she told me, it sounds like you have it. We're going to go ahead and say that you do. So there's a free testing in your area. She told me where it was, and the next day I went there, and it was a drive-through. Like, it was the garage where they park like the EMS vehicles, like ambulances and fire trucks and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And you drove through that, and I'm thinking, they're just gonna draw blood from my arm or something. Nope. They stuck this Q-tip like this long into my nose.
Oh my God.
Like way up in there. I mean, up in there, like good porn up there. Like
Ooh.
way, and it hurts so bad.
Like you were being mummified.
Like the scene from Total Recall.
Ooh.
Like up in there. And long story short, I didn't have it. So I got mind raped. I got nose raped for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's great news that you don't got the coronavirus. But I heard these stories about the testing, and yeah, it kind of makes you dread taking it.
Oh, it sucked. And it's real quick. It's not like they like leave it up there, but it sucked. It's one of those things you walked away from, or in this case, I was driving away, and I was like, God, that sucked. I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
You drove away in silence. You got home. You sat down. Then you went, "What the fuck happened?"
I pulled up to the street, like pulled out of the little drive-through thing, and went to the intersection where I could have went left or right, and I just sat there for a minute, and I was like, "Fuck, that sucked." And then I drove up. Phantom Knight says, "Hey, how's everyone doing? We're doing great. How are you doing?"
How are you doing, Phantom Knight? He just got scared from your story. Like,
Yeah,
nobody wants to get checked now.
it was. I was like, what are you gonna do with that?
I would have been like, just put me out right now. Just knock me out right now before you even do it. While you're in the wheel.
Yes. And I don't like needles or having my blood drawn, but I would have rather had them draw blood than stick that fucking thing on my nose.
I heard they just gotta go. They gotta go way up there to get towards the brain area or something.
Yeah, they're up in your mucous membrane. That's like far up in your skull.
And there's just no other way.
I guess not. They couldn't do like the little thing that they do for diabetics and they like prick your finger.
Right.
I would have rather have pricked my finger than had that shit up my nose.
Or would you rather have got it anally instead of up the nose?
That's a whole other story.
What up, Danny Do-ID? Welcome to the Machine Room. We're happy to see you and Phantom here, and we hope other people come here and enjoy hanging out with us. We're hearing Rachel talk about her
COVID testing nightmare.
Nose raping experience to get tested by the coronavirus. Despite it being such a tedious... Was it painful?
It hurt.
A hurtful freaking experience. We highly recommend people to do it if you feel like you have symptoms.
I mean, work didn't make me do it. I mean, they were pretty much like, "Did you get tested yet?" And I said no. And then they're like, "Well, then call in tomorrow." I'm like, "Well, okay." So I'm thinking I can't go back to work unless I get tested.
It's either that or, well, my job is like if someone says I'm not feeling well, then they're required to be away for 14 days. And then they have to come back with a doctor's note.
That's a whole other thing. Like, if they would have made me quarantine for 2 weeks, like, I don't have other income. Like, I would have been shit out of money.
Yep.
So it was get tested or not have money. So I chose money.
Hey, you chose to get nose raped so you could continue working. What up, Dro? Welcome to the Machine Room. These are the regs. I love these guys. These guys are the best.
The regs, yes. The true fans.
True dudes. Hanging out. having a good time. And what you just missed, if you just got here, was Rachel got tested for coronavirus and was nose raped.
Yes, but I passed. So
Nosegate 2020.
the tests were negative.
And that's good, because we don't need that. The coworker who had it at my job returned.
Oh, good.
He's fine. Everything's good. Him and his entire family are good. No other people have been diagnosed, I guess, or had any symptoms, so that's all clear.
It seems like it's slowing down, doesn't it?
I hope so. I mean, I haven't really been paying attention to the media, but yeah, I hope so. There's a lot of word, at least in my job, there's word of everything going back to normal like in June. So we'll find out.
Here in New Mexico, they're starting to open stuff back up by this Saturday. So we'll see how that works.
There's also movies being announced, and they're all like August, like
they're all like fall movies.
Yeah, things starting to change, pick up, I guess. People are still out there freaking protesting for it to get like all back to normal real quick, but they just don't get it. That's funny. That reminds me. There was Stone Cold put up a picture of himself wearing a custom made mask, right, for his like favorite sport team.
Right.
And he put a description, this mask made by this person, but it's a little tight, blah, 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 whatever. He was talking about it. But then there was a comment, and the comment was like, come on, man, that's totally against what you're for. You're a rebel, and you're against the communism, whatever, and shit like that, they take off the mask, blah, blah. And then Stone Cold just replied with, shut up, dude.
Short and simple.
Fuck out my face. Phantom Knight says, my mom works with someone that tested positive and they want to come back to work because they don't have symptoms. My mom is like, nah, she can stay the fuck home.
Exactly. Don't get everybody else sick because you're stupid.
Right? Drakeo.
And that's a whole other thing. Like, if I would have tested positive, I would have quarantined myself.
Like crazy.
I would never want to get other people sick.
Mm-hmm. And that's the whole purpose. We're trying to stop from getting other people sick.
We're trying to stop the spread.
Yeah. It's not about us trying to get it. It's about us not spreading it.
Exactly. But stupid people don't understand that. They just, like these people protesting, they're like, open up the businesses, open up the restaurants, open up the hair salons. We want to get our hair and nails done. I'm like, this is a fucking serious ordeal. People are dying. And you want to go get your nails done. Kill yourself.
For real, though. This one coworker, he was talking about how they're making fun of him, saying he looked like DJ Khaled right now, not getting his haircut and beard and all that shit. And then he was talking about like, yeah, my barber, I tell him to bring his ass to my crib, blah, blah, blah. And then tell him like, why don't you just do it yourself, or you get someone else? Like, hell no, man, I don't get no one else doing my stuff. I trust this one guy and only him. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah. And I'm just thinking like, all right, man, whatever. If it's that much, like me, I do everything myself. I don't give a shit. I don't got no problem. Plus, I just got to shave my head and I'm done. But there's a lot of people like really suffering because they can't get lined up.
I was talking to a manager at work about that the last 2 or 3 haircuts I got they just fucked up my head. So now I'm like gun shy to go and get it done. Anyway, so my hair's like super long right now and there's nobody I trust to cut it. So I'm just like, well, I guess I just have long hair forever.
For life, you're going to be Rapunzel.
Yes.
Plain Dro, Danny's letting his hair grow. He's fine with it. Plain Dro got long hair past his shoulders and looked like that dude that got caught cheating on Donkey Kong. Which I heard that dude is suing the people that had evidence on him cheating or something like that. I saw something. LP showed me something. I was like, that's the dude from that movie, whatever. But how he's gonna sue the people that proved he cheated?
Just like one of those things, like because you fucked up and got caught, now you're gonna try to be all like, "Nuh-uh, I'm gonna sue."
So it's Cartman from South Park.
Exactly.
Phantom is like, all this COVID stuff leads me to believe two things. One, as a society, we're no ready for aliens. True.
Yep.
And if zombies ever became a thing, we're screwed. Hella true.
Uber true.
Super true.
But hey, it's whatever.
basically it is whatever, man. Every day we keep seeing the stupidity, and the stupidity grows and grows and grows. And then that news broke out about that guy who was jogging. I forgot what his name was. Ahmed Aubrey or Arsham Aubrey. I forgot what his name was, but you know what I'm talking about. African American male.
Full.
Was jogging, and this father and son duo stopped him, and they shot him dead. And there's footage of this, right? But this thing happened like all the way in February, I believe.
Yeah.
And nothing was
late February.
Yeah, nothing was done until now.
It's fucked up. It's really fucked up, especially if you watch it. Like, I can only watch so much because they literally hunted this man down and killed him for no reason other than he was African American and jogging.
They thought he was involved in some robberies, but even though there's no reason to go and shoot the guy.
No, it's not. And what was that, like 2 months, 2 or 3 months? They had to walk free, and they could have done it again to somebody else.
But who filmed it? That's the one thing I wasn't getting. Like, who was filming it?
I don't know. I didn't understand that either. But regardless, like, whoever filmed it, like, brought that to light because all that shit did happen.
Also, when filming stuff on your phone, ladies and gentlemen, please make it landscape, okay? Because it's so fucking, like, you're limiting our viewing. Fucking
don't do this.
No. Yes, we don't got old flip phones anymore. We have high-tech freaking Android phones or fucking iPhones, whatever you prefer, though. You know, we're not judging. iPhones suck. But wide. Make it wide. Record wide, please. It's not a TikTok. I get it. If you're TikToking, you only have a choice. But please, make it wide. Landscape.
It's real easy.
It's so simple. People have made like films that way.
Don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
I hate it. Because that footage itself was like, because it was shot like that, you miss some things that could have been very important. But you get the picture. You get what's going on. But you know, in the wide scale of things, I'm just really annoyed by people filming that way. Just film the other way, please, for God's sake.
For everybody.
Yes. It'll just help me out way better. Actually, I saw this little device or something that it goes around your neck, and you just clip that fucking phone on there, and you could just walk around recording stuff.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting that.
Just duct tape it to like a baby bib.
Are you wired? No.
I
got like fucking button up, open and shit, just camera right there. No. I'm waiting for a call. Idiot.
But back to topic. I was so fucking happy when I found out they finally arrested the guy and his son.
And quick. It was like in a couple days. That shit was like bam.
They scooped his ass up.
I mean, they had, if anything, they had no choice because it got so much attention. The father was like a police or a judge or something. He was something.
He was a retired policeman, something like that, sheriff.
Mm-hmm. So maybe maybe he was being protected until he got too big.
I guess.
Could
Either
be.
way, you don't hunt somebody down and kill them like that for no reason.
Nope. Nope. That's why there were movies made about this. You guys remember Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Shut.
He had a mullet and he fucked
Dead.
them up. All right.
Mullet Jean-Claude.
Now we gotta do Hard Target again, but this time depict society as it is and have the male lead be an African American.
Yep.
Who should we get?
The dress.
The who?
The dress.
Oh yes. Anything with Idris Elba is like our generation's Denzel Washington, like how he was back in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Like just get Idris and everything.
It's amazing. Like I totally thought that. What was that Fast and the Furious shoot spinoff?
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw. I thought that movie was gonna be terrible, and it was so fucking great because it had The Rock and Idris Elba.
Yes.
Love it.
Black Superman. He had
Love
he had so much fun. I like how you said the Driss. And for a second I was like, who? Oh.
That's his DJ name.
Ooh, the Driss. That's right. He did make a track on that movie. You know that, right?
He did?
Yeah.
Wow, now I like him even more.
He made a whole track on that movie. Idris Elba for the Hard Target movie. Look, Drakeo's behind this. We're gonna start something here. We got something.
Get it trending on Twitter.
Yes. At him. And I don't think John Woo has an app, but I'll get John Woo to redo it again. I don't care.
Yes.
He needs a comeback.
He really does. I honestly, I'm like, I see movies come out, like especially movie previews, and I'm like, please let there be a bunch of doves or white pigeons. And then it doesn't happen.
But it can only be done by the real dude, by the real man. Imagine John Woo doing John Wick.
I co-sign the shit out of that.
Can you imagine?
John Wick 4 by John Woo. Yes.
All the Johns, dog.
He'd have a gun in like each hand and then one on each foot.
Just plain Joe said John Wooick. I love it.
Hashtag Wooick. Get it trending.
He'll have John Wick doing all the beautiful ballet spin moves and shit with the guns.
What do they call that? Gun fu?
Is that what he called it? Gun fu?
That's what they called it for. What's the name of that movie with Christian Bale?
Oh, that's Gunkata.
Gunkata, yes.
Yes. Ooh, man, if John Wick did Gunkata, that's it. We got to add Christian Bale into the next John Wick movie. We are the people that make it possible. They're just not listening to us. They should listen to us right now. John Woo, Christian Bale, and Idris Elba in there. And now Drakeo said, get the director of the John Wick movies to do the Hard Target reboot with Idris Elba.
Oh my God,
yes.
that's it.
Hell yes.
See, we should all be in a room right now in Hollywood pitching this shit and then getting huge fat paychecks.
Yup.
And thank you to I won't say your name, but we got a tip. So thank you for tipping. That goes a long way.
Just now?
Yep, we got a payment.
Oh shit!
Thank you.
Whoop. Got a tip, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Christian
Equilibrium. Yes, that's the name of the movie. Thank you, Drakeo.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the style.
Yeah,
it was called Gunkata, but yeah, Equilibrium.
I was trying to think of the name of the movie. I mean, it's based on Fahrenheit 411 or not 411. What was it? 451.
Yeah, 451.
Yeah, there it is.
Which I saw the most recent version of it with Michael B. Jordan for HBO.
It was basically an Equilibrium remake.
Yeah, it was booty. I just go to Equilibrium. Equilibrium was
Yeah.
something that was like,
It's the same shit. It's just called something different, and it's so much better.
yeah, so good.
Thank you.
Changed the game.
What about John Wick 5 by the Wachowskis?
Ooh, shit. I don't think the world's ready for that.
It would be in 3D and stop motion. And
I don't think the world's ready for that.
fucking amazing.
It just turns out it's all in a simulation and shit.
Yeah. IMAX all up in your face.
Yes. IMAX. I miss IMAX.
Yes.
God damn it.
The little glasses.
We were talking, me and my fiance, we were talking about how like we now miss doing things, and it's not the like everybody else, like, oh, I miss clubbing, or I miss going to bar, or blah blah party. No, it's like we miss going to the museum, going to the zoo, going to cons. I miss going to the movies. It's just the little simple shit like that we miss.
Oh, I had a big one that was a fucky thing. I was supposed to go see Rammstein at a stadium in Texas, and they canceled.
Damn.
Now no Rammstein. I'm so pissed about that.
Are they gonna reschedule though?
They said they're gonna reschedule, but still, it was like, hopefully, if they reschedule, they'll do it when it's not summer in Texas, because that's like Africa heat, and I'm not built for that.
Hey, your situation at least is a little bit more hopeful than my situation. It was like, I'm gonna finally see Linkin Park, and then he killed himself.
There you go.
It's not a funny matter, but it was fucked up.
No, it is fucked up.
Oh, we got more mentions over here. We're just playing Bill and Ted Enter the Matrix. Hell fucking yes. And then John Wick in space. You know it.
All day. Laser beams. Spaceship dogfights that don't make any sense.
Only if John Wick meets Machete in space.
John Wick versus Machete.
Ooh, shit. We not ready for that.
There would be no dialogue. It would just be shooting for 2 hours, and
yes.
I love it.
And then they team up.
Yes.
Because you got to do the team up at the end.
Always. John Chete.
John Chete.
Hashtag John Chete. Get it trending.
Your ex wanted to... Dro says his ex wanted to see the Cranberries the year Dolores passed away.
Oh, that was awful. Because she was like relatively young. I mean, like, she wasn't much older than me. That one hurt. That one hurt for real.
Yeah, that sucks.
That one, and when Peter Steele died from typo negative, that one hurt. But it wasn't suicide, at least.
How young was he?
Oh, God, I can't remember.
You know who to ask?
Oh. Hey, Google. When did Peter Steele die?
Peter Steele died on April 14th, 2010. Would you like to hear more?
How old was Peter Steele when he died?
Peter Steele was 48 years old when he died in 2010.
It's pretty young.
48.
It's pretty young.
And thank you for the other person that tipped. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome.
Oh, shit. This is a tip fest. This is Tip Fest 2020.
Yes. Give us money.
You guys are awesome, man. You guys are
Keep
awesome.
the machine room alive.
Yes. These are also the same people that I gotta give love and respect to, because they come to my streams as well, and they enjoy spending time with me watching freaking VR Trooper, which is what Phantom was saying over there, that Morpheus actually came from VR Troopers, because he looks a lot like Lawrence Fishburne from back then. VR Trooper was an old 90s show, you know?
I do.
Yeah. We're having fun.
We were gonna do that with a horror movie and we couldn't find it, so we didn't do it.
Which horror movie was it?
We were gonna watch Communion and we couldn't find it.
Oh, that's right, Communion. Is that considered horror? Well, yeah, I guess it is considered
It's horror to me. Shit. Wow.
It scared me. I know. I saw an article.
The door closed because of that movie.
I know I saw an article recently that talked about Fire in the Sky and how I think basically it was talking about how like good it was for its time, even though like it didn't do so well back then. But no, it was talking about how it did the most disturbing abduction on film or something.
It was fucked up. I mean, like the alien stuff in that movie is very small. Like if you were gonna put it to a ratio of all of the rest of the footage in the movie, it's like maybe 1 or 2% that they actually touch upon the subject. Everything else is the story and what happened.
The way people reacted to him and everything, if they believed him or not.
And the actual abduction is so small, but it was so powerful because you'd never seen anything like that before. Especially back then, it scared the shit out of me. Like how fast they grabbed him and like stripped him and threw him on the table and were sticking shit up his nose and in his eye. And
now you know how that nose part feels.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
They did point out that whole scene, like if you guys never seen Fire in the Sky, it's something you should truly look out for. It's based on a man's story of his abduction. Like we said, yeah, like we said, it's like mostly about him after the fact and like telling everybody and whether they believe him or not, and him recovering from this freaking traumatic experience. But they take that moment and show you that scene, but it's a scene that's not really even seen from his point of view. It's seen from the friend's point of view that's seen him getting abducted, right? Because they were in the car and they saw him.
Yeah, most of the movie is, like I said, it's his friend, his best friend, and his coworkers. It's them getting, like, having to talk to the police and say what happened and that he's missing, and people think they're lying and they made it up and all that. So the first thing you ever see is them, like, their point of view of Travis he just gets zapped in the chest and they freak out and they think he's dead. And then they go back for him and he's gone. And he's gone for like a week. And then he calls him and he calls his best friend in the middle of the night. And they go and pick him up. And then he doesn't remember and people keep trying to grill him. And he was doing something and he snaps and then he starts to remember everything. And then they cut back to what happened to him from his point of view.
Why did they leave him behind? Now I'm thinking about that. That's fucked up.
They freaked out. I mean, that whole scene of him getting... And I even read a thing that Travis Walton, he's seen the movie, and he was like, it was more violent than that. He was like, what they show in the movie was timid compared to what really happened to him. Yeah, Fire in the Sky is way better than The Fourth Kind. The Fourth Kind was a wannabe alien abduction movie because they never show anything. They just hint at stuff or they show like shadows. Fire in the Sky and Communion are like the best alien abduction movies there are.
That's right.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Yeah, that was with D.B. Sweeney. He played Travis Walton.
And let's not forget the Liquidator.
Also, if you go to... Travis Walton has a website. And he breaks down the differences between what really happened to him and the way they portrayed it in the movie. And what they did in the movie was different than what really happened to him. So it's really interesting to go to Travis Walton's website and read what really happened, because it was so much more to it.
I don't know. I want to sleep at night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we don't watch that. It's not a movie to watch on the reg. It's
Yeah.
once every 10 years, maybe.
When you're just
Oh,
like, fuck it. Look, that time they were saying like, they like confirmed that there's UFOs, and I was like, haha. And then I took like quickly, maybe like a couple minutes later, I thought really hard about it. I was like, oh shit, they're real. Then next, I'm like fucking scared out of my mind. I can't go to sleep and shit. They're gonna come for me. I don't like that.
yeah, sleep goes up, especially if you watch Communion. You're never going to sleep the same again. Ever. Ever.
I would love a world where we like live amongst aliens and we get to travel into the stars. Full out like Star Trek, Star Wars kind of shit.
Yeah.
But stories say differently, that they come over here and they're anally probing us. So I don't think I want that.
I like in how Star Wars that people can speak their native language and then you just understand them. Especially droids. They're like beeping and booping and they're like, yeah, R2, that's a good idea. We should go to tchotchkes after this.
Yeah, exactly. I thought about that too.
They just totally understand it.
Everybody just understands everybody. No, there's that time where it's like, you understand the Wookiee? And like Khan was the only one that understood Chewie.
Yeah. Well, if you know the extended universe, it was because Han Solo's nanny growing up was a Wookiee. So that's why he could understand it. It's kind of like having like nannies now are like Mexican or El Salvadorian and they teach the kids Spanish.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Same old shit. Or maybe it'll be like, did you ever watch crap, what was this show called? It was fucking fantastic. Can't remember. It was a sci-fi show. I think it was on Sci-Fi Channel. It was this pilot who was just like ended up in space, stuck in a ship, and just joined their crew. Fuck.
That could be anything.
I know, man. I can't think about it. It's not 12 Monkeys. It's not Roswell. God damn. Farscape.
Farscape.
There it
God,
is.
I haven't thought of that show in forever.
Farscape. That it was something they put in him or whatever, that he was able to understand everybody. And I was like, oh, okay. That's a good explanation.
That makes sense.
Yeah. That's why everybody's speaking English now. Instead of like going to space and everyone all of a sudden speaking English and you're like, what's going on here?
The fuck?
That was a real good show. I caught on to that like way later though, when it was already over with, but it's a real good show.
I don't think I ever watched it.
Yeah. It's worth some time.
There was another one, our last podcast, number 37. I was trying to bring up another alien abduction movie based on the Phoenix Lights in Arizona. And I found it after the podcast. It's called Night Skies.
That's right. It was after the podcast.
So that's another one that I'd put that like maybe not my top 3, maybe my top 5.
It wasn't Dark Skies, or that's something
No,
else?
that's another one, and that one's pretty good. I would put, if I did them in a row, it would be Communion, of course, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Fire in the Sky, Dark Skies, Extraterrestrial, and then what are we saying? Night Skies. Did I do that one?
There you go.
I can't count.
And then just throw in Skyline because it has sky in it.
Yes, all the skies.
All the sky movies.
I mean, the fourth what's it called? The Fourth Kind is not bad. It's just they could have done so much more and they didn't. Like, the ending of that movie was still pretty legit. So, maybe put that in the top 10.
And Independence Day.
Of course.
Because, damn it.
The Earth.
Was it, who was it? Bill Pullman? No.
Yeah.
It was Bill Pullman, right?
The president?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Paxton was the one that passed away. Yeah, Bill Pullman did like the best damn inspirational speech you ever heard.
I love that. Did you see the one that the guy did? He did a best man speech at a wedding, and he did the speech from Independence Day.
No.
With the music and everything. It's fucking amazing.
That's awesome. That's freaking
and
awesome.
It totally worked. I don't know why, but it did. It just worked.
I was having a conversation today with my old coworker. He just keeps mentioning old stuff. So then, for some reason, the conversation quickly got to Tim Robbins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he was like, best Tim Robbins movie. And I was like, he was mentioning all these Tim Robbins movies. I was like, no. Stop right there, dog. There's two. One is the Hudsucker Proxy and Howard the Duck. That's it.
Howard the Duck is so great.
That's all it is.
You gotta put in, what was it called? Edward the Viking?
Which ones?
I think that's what it's called. Hey, Google, when did Edward the Viking come out?
Here's a summary from the website Britannica.com. Edward ascended the throne upon his father's death in October 899.
Okay,
and in a
stop.
battle in 900
Whole history lesson. Give you a whole history lesson. 16-bit. Thank you for coming through, man. I see that you're about to bounce.
I'm gonna just unplug this bitch because she's annoying me.
She's not gonna stop?
No. Is that? Oh my god! What is that name of that movie?
And then for like the whole day, he was just trying to figure out what year it came out. Howard the Duck. And I'm like, it's like 89, 88, Kenny, something like that. Who cares? Whatever. And then out of the blue, he just goes, Nas, Howard the Duck, 1986. I'm like, okay, thanks.
There you go.
Thank you for letting me know, man. It wasn't killing me.
God, that's gonna bug the shit out of me.
You want me to hit up Kenny? Maybe he'll come out of nowhere.
Yeah. Just show the fuck up. Who are we talking about? That's
85. There you go. 1985. I was close. It was 80 something.
What is that guy's name?
Bill Pullman? No, Tim Robbins?
Tim Robbins.
I know the conversation came up because LP was like, I always wanted to see Jacob's Ladder.
Okay. That's an obscure one.
Because we were at some theater. We were watching...
Eric the Viking. That's what it's called. Sorry.
I think we were watching a John Woo flick. And they gave these old trailers before it. And one was Jacob's Ladder. And he was all like, I would like to see that. But then that was the same night that they gave this old trailer of like with Bill Cosby on it.
Oh, shit.
And he was just like talking. It felt like a commercial. He was just talking and stuff like that. And he was talking about neighborhoods and shit. And then he goes and it pans into him and he's talking, seriously and shit like that. And the film just like burns and it fucks up. And everyone's like, ah! And the guy in the theater walks out. He's like, well, that was strange, wasn't it? Look, that footage is that's like the only freaking film around. And we like searched high for that one. So that's gone, but it was perfect timing.
That's amazing.
What was Eric the Viking about? And let me guess, a Viking.
It's like the Viking Age, except it's a comedy. So they're like fuck up Vikings and they like go to the end of the world. Like it's a whole flat Earth kind of storyline, and they like fall off the edge of the world, and it's pretty cool.
So it's a comedy kind of thing.
It's a comedy.
It sounds like something made by what's that one guy? He always did like really strange out there movies. They were comedies.
That one guy.
Fuck. Terry Gilliam. Sound like a Terry Gilliam kind of thing.
Is it? Okay, now I gotta look.
Is Tim Robbins with Susan Sarandon? I believe so. And Susan Sarandon is still fine.
No, it's directed by Terry Jones, but he's good too. It's a trippy ass movie, but it's pretty funny.
From one Terry to another.
Yep. Terry Jones.
Switching over to what Danny's saying, there is a lot of remasters coming out. There's Destroy All Humans and now the Tony Hawk one.
Yes.
The Tony Hawk getting remastered. I heard Mafia Trilogy getting remastered.
Oh shit.
Yep.
I'm waiting for the original Metal Gear Solid to get remade.
Ooh, I will be all over that. Look, I didn't really go like hardcore with Metal Gear Solid all the way through till now. I just played Metal Gear Solid. I never played 2, 3, any of those. I have like the last one too because it was free or whatever. Didn't really play them, but like you said, if there was a remastered remake of Metal Gear Solid, I'll be all over that one.
Totally. That was one of my inspirations for getting the PlayStation 4 was I thought that they already had it and they don't. So now I'm like, shit.
I'm sorry.
But I have Spider-Man, so it's okay.
Hey, that's all you need. Spider-Man, God of War.
Yes.
Oh,
I love God of War.
You know, shit like that. It's good. They're showing a lot of stuff for the new PS5, but I still haven't seen what the system looks like. I like how the controller looks like, because, you know, finally molds to us who, you know, we have this beautiful controller here that actually feels comfortable and whatnot. Hate it or not, motherfuckers, but it's true. Your PS4 Pro controller is basically an Xbox controller, let's face it.
Yeah.
But it's also one of the, like, I was discussing this with LP earlier today. It's one of those things how I felt back when the Xbox One and the PS4 were announced, and I was like, what's the big difference? You know, the graphic wise, like how much higher can you go? Like, I didn't see anything. Now looking back, like, you kind of see the difference now, but that's how I feel at this moment. Is like, oh, what's the big difference? The one thing I do see that the new systems are gonna have so much, like, a quicker loading, like the computers these days, you know, because they're gonna run on SSDs and whatnot and shit like that. So that's exciting. They did this comparison of the Xbox One with the Xbox Series X on loading, and yeah, the Series X was just like bam, loaded the fucking game and everything like quick as hell, while the other one was still loading.
Or the thing that I hate the most about PS4 and the Xbox One is you get a new game, you're all excited, you put it in, and then you have to install it, and then there's updates. So you're not playing that game for at least 24 hours. At least. That's my biggest gripe.
Especially depending on the fucking game. Like, if you do Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, shit.
You might as well just...
2 days to download?
Yep. It's over with. I can imagine people now who never got it and they put it into the Game Pass. They get that, and then they got to get all the updates with it since then.
Oh, shit. And the updates? No, you're not going to play that for like a week. It's going to sit there forever. And you hope that it doesn't fuck up, because then it has to start over.
See, just told my friend that I wouldn't be surprised if the PS5 was available for pre-order on the same day it's unveiled. That's pretty much like, come on. That's for certain. That's going to happen. Doom Eternal. You're playing Doom
Yeah.
Eternal, aren't you?
Yeah, I have it. It's a big ass game, and I think I bought the special edition, whatever it's called, so it was even bigger. It took a long time. Not as bad as Red Dead, but it still was a big game.
Mm-hmm. I haven't got there yet.
I need to finish that and the Star Wars game.
How's that one? Were you playing it on May the 4th?
Oh, fuck no. I was sick, so I wasn't playing anything.
Damn.
But I should have.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me of the 4th thing to do.
Speaking of Star Wars, like, I finished the Clone War final season, and beautiful. Beautiful. And let me tell you why. The first 8 episodes, it's whatever. It's whatever of that season, right? They do some, they involve, the first arc is something about this other these clones that are, they don't look alike, so they call them mutants, and they're a ragtag group, and they're like the wild cards, and they do their own thing, and they don't follow any rules, blah, 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 but they're real dope as hell, and they actually have individuality. They don't look alike. That's cool. All right. But I guess it was just I guess they just made this arc to kind of like close a chapter of one of the clones that was left behind somewhere, blah, blah, and tortured and blah, blah, whatever. That gets out the way. Then the next arc involves Ahsoka, and you're like, all right, it's go time. But then that story is like, I'm not really interested in you and these damn sisters or whatever. But it leads up to the final 4 episodes. That's when it gets greasy, because that's when you got Darth Maul. That's when you got everything. Darth Maul and everything in those 4 episodes takes place within episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, nice.
That's why they're so fucking great. So everything there is in the same time period as that movie. So it just goes together so beautifully, and then it finally wraps up, and you're like, yes, that's what the fuck we needed after these 12 years. That's what the fuck we needed. It was beautifully done, and you can even tell that they put even more effort and stuff into it, because it looked more like a movie, kind of, you know, like,
oh, nice.
Yeah, quality and how it was. Like, they broke it into episodes, but it starts off like it's a Star Wars movie with the music and everything.
Oh my gosh.
So well done. So beautiful. Highly recommend it. And I saw someone post on Facebook that someone said they want to do a super cut of that with Revenge of the Sith, and I'm so hoping that person does it, or someone does it, because I'm all for it.
I would so watch that.
Hell yeah. It's good. It's damn good. It got me back in the Star Wars mode. See what's going on here. Draco. No. Plain Dro's talking about Borderlands 3. I haven't played that. Draco's most been playing Street of Rage 4. That's what I've been doing.
There you go.
And the New Mutants is finally getting another release date.
Oh my god. That movie's never gonna come out.
So we'll see about that. I believe that they should have just put that motherfucker on one of their streaming services. I mean, it's owned by Disney. Fucking put it on Disney Plus. But I guess it's too dark to put it on there. Regardless.
Dude, there's 2 movies I can think of offhand that are Disney movies that have Nazis. Nothing is darker than Nazis. I think they could put it out on Google, or not Google, but Disney Plus.
That's true. That's true.
The fucking Sound of Music, everything's all happy and gay, and everybody's running around singing, and then boom, Nazis.
The end.
The end.
Well, maybe the New Mutant was a musical. They could pop that in there. Like, sure, we'll just change it into a musical, and then at the end, everybody dies.
Yep, and Nazis.
And Nazis. Evil Nazi mutants.
There you go.
That's the thing. Like, I was really pushing for them to just release stuff on demand and whatnot. Though, like, we were talking about earlier, they're starting to show signs like, all right, the release dates are starting, and it's gonna be like from July up. So we will see if things open. If they open, though, there's gonna be freaking changes. They'll probably have us sitting all far apart, block off seats and whatnot, and just have it is what it is. I mean, it's slow motion, but the more we follow the guidelines, the faster we could get to it. We gotta stop these. Well, we can't stop these people. We can't stop people from being ignorant and stupid and whatnot. So let them do what they do, and
let stupid people be stupid.
Exactly. That's all it is, man. You gotta let stupid people be stupid. It's sucks.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it so much. But can't do nothing about it.
No. But it's, like Darwin's theory of Darwinism as a whole. Like stupid people will kind of weed themselves out. I don't see that happening.
No. They just seem to be...
There's so many more of them than smart people that they have all the numbers.
They're multiplying. They're just multiplying and getting more and more, and it's just sad.
Just like what the fuck is the name of that movie? Idiocracy.
I think about that all the time too.
I do too.
We're just getting straight to that thing, natural selection. But that's their argument, Drakeo, that they talk about natural selection when it comes to opening up the economy. It's like, only the strong survive. If you want to stay home, then stay home. Blah blah. My life, it's my life, and I'll put it in danger if I want to. I literally had to stop following someone's freaking feed on Facebook because he literally said that. It's like telling my mayor, just like, shut the fuck up and let me do what I want to do. It's my life. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Next to when somebody said that, oh my God, I can't remember the exact quote, but it was like, reading is the dumbest thing ever. And I said, no, what you just said was the dumbest thing ever.
Bam. Bitches. That just hurt me because, like I said, I always think about my mom. So it's like, yeah, you're saying fuck it, whatever, but you're basically like putting my mom at risk.
Everybody's mamas.
Everybody's mamas. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some people out there who's like, fuck my mama. But
there's some.
Yeah.
I always like to do your mom jokes to them because they always go, yeah. It's like, your mom's a Nazi. Yeah, she probably is.
Your mama's so fat. No, she is. She's really fat.
She's really big.
She's really big.
God, just love too, Craig.
But it's just stupid arguments, man. It's really stupid arguments. And I'm in this, like, I want to have fun with a mask. So I'm looking up cool masks, trying to find something geeky and nice to wear and whatnot. There's this, there's this one person who's putting these like Power Ranger inspired masks, but they're through Redbubble, and I see the delivery, and I'll get them like next month, And I was like, I want it like as ASAP, Even if you do fast delivery, it still takes like a fucking while. Though there's this other site, Threadless, that is actually Chicago-based site.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that I could get even quicker, and then they have like really cool patterns, and some are like comic book based and whatnot. So I'm gonna try to go through there. They have like this. I found the Amando, Django, and Boba kind of inspired mask. So it's basically the bottom part of the thing. So that'll be kind of cool to wear. A Sub-Zero inspired kind of one. They have like Invader Zim kind of inspired. They have Mario from Mario Brothers. Shit. So something fun like that. Because let's face it, this is the new norm, so why not be cool about it? Oh, shit. My fiance is here. This is going to make me sound like an ass. Natural selection is playing a huge part in this because if their body is not healthy enough to defeat the virus, plus minus human medicine, then they die. Then their traits are not passed down. Natural selection is not going to wean off the idiots. It's going to wean off the people who do not have preferable traits during the pandemic. Older people with other diseases, people with respiratory issues, etc. Ooh, shit.
Word.
My fiance, ladies and gentlemen, she came in here with the real shit. She was like, fuck your stupid math story. Here's the real shit.
Fuck everything. Here's a bunch of knowledge. Read this.
It's just, man. But even in that sense, it kind of sucks too, you know? Because we're all fucked in the end.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So eat your Wheaties.
Mm-hmm. And have your vitamins. And eat your vegetables. Because that doesn't guarantee anything either.
Nope. There's this great bit that Bill Hicks used to do. And he would do this thing about smokers and non-smokers, and he'd start smoking in the middle of it and start making fun of all the non-smokers. He goes, I'm going to tell non-smokers something because I'm sure they don't know this, but you ready? Drum roll. Non-smokers die every day.
It's true. It's true, man. Anything could kill us.
So just have fun, take care of yourself and other people, and meet us here next week.
That's right, because the time is up. You guys have been here for the allowed time. We need to now kick everybody out. We need to clean up the machinery because you guys are wild. Like, all you 8 people here are very wild. You guys leave a mess.
Scooby was here eating Snickers wrappers all over the place.
Exactly. And also, you know, we got to be social distancing, so we can't be all together right now. It's against the law. We could
6 feet, people.
We could get fined and go to jail. But thank you, everybody, for being here. We love you guys. Thank you to the ones who tipped us. Much appreciated, you know. And, yeah. Wash your hands. Wash your ass. And keep it real. Thank you and good night.
Oh, wow.
Don't be a bitch.